Hello everyone and welcome to my first video on this channel. This is going to be a manga collection tour. I'm probably going to do a room tour if you guys want it, so if you do want it, please say so down below. I've been collecting manga since July this year and I've collected quite a lot. I've read about, I would say, a quarter of it probably. I do plan to read a lot more. It's around a little more than 300 volumes, I think. So I'm going to show them to you. First I have these 4 manga. These are manga that I either borrowed or one of them is actually kind of a joke. This one I borrowed from a friend of mine. It's called Royal Tutor. It's just the first volume. It's about this boy, I think. It's actually really weird. This tutor has students. These are actually 4 guys of a royal family, and to me, he seems like they all just seem like girls, but they're actually guys. So it's really weird. But it's about this guy, which is really small, and is often called a kid, which he is a tutor of this royal family, and they don't really take him seriously. So it's a nice comedy, and I did really enjoy it. Then this is another one I borrowed, which is called Children of the Whales. It's a really interesting manga about a world, which you can see here, which lives on a sea of sand. It does look really nice, the cover art and the spine as well. It does have great looking art, as you can see. It looks really nice. I really do plan to pick up more of this manga. Well, this volume isn't mine, so I'm probably going to pick up the manga itself pretty soon because it's really nice. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. This is just volume 1. Then we have Sweetness and Lightning, another volume which I borrowed from the same guy. This is volume 1 again. I haven't read this yet. It's about a comedy of, I think, a dad and his daughter, probably. I'm not sure. It's a soft touch cover, and you can read what it's about. You can pause if you want. I haven't read this yet, so I'm not going to read it. I just want to go into it blind. First time I opened it, actually. I think it's a comedy, and yeah, the art looks pretty good. So yeah, that's that for Sweetness and Lightning. Here we have a manga which I got for my birthday from friends of mine, which was for a joke, because as you can see pretty clearly, this is a yaoi manga. If you're gay, then that's okay, but I'm not, so I'm not going to read this probably. It's not like RX rated or anything, but it's not really my style. But thank you for the present anyway. If you do like yaoi, then here's how it looks. Not gonna lie, the art looks pretty good. But yeah, it's probably about dancing, because it's called 10 Dance. And yeah, so that's that. That's for that pile. Let's get started with the first shelf. We have Assassination Classroom. One of the most popular manga, which I didn't know about, was the most popular, but I saw a video yesterday, and apparently it's one of the most sold manga ever. It's by Yusei Matsui, and if I pronounce it correctly, I hope so. And it's about a teacher, which you can see here on the cover. He wants to destroy, he has already destroyed the moon quite a bit, and the class, which is assigned to him, will have to destroy him, or he will destroy the world. Interesting concept, I know. The art style is really, it's pretty good. I like it. It's a lot of humor, and it's really interesting. It's a really interesting story. I do love it, and it actually has a really beautiful ending. This is one of the few manga in my collection that I've actually finished, and I can wholeheartedly say that I would definitely recommend it. Also, the spines, look at them. They're all not matching. Well, when you look at the color, that is. And the style. It's all with a different pattern. The first it was really, you know, calm, and then they start introducing patterns. I mean, look at volume 10. That's my favorite of this. Look at this, how reflective it is. It's cool. I like it. So that's it for Assassination Classroom. I would definitely recommend it. Then we have Food Wars. I have volume 1 up till volume 30. It is a really good shonen manga about a guy which works in a restaurant. Some people shut the restaurant down and he goes to a cooking school and he has to do shokugekis, which means a food cooking contest, I suppose. And he wants to be the best chef. That's basically what it's about. The art in this is ridiculously nice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if you don't have food on you when you're reading this, you're probably going to die from hunger, because the food, even in black and white, it looks so amazing. It actually has, after each chapter, it has the recipes for the things they cooked, so it's a really nice manga. Unfortunately, it did end really badly. I do not personally know how it ended, because I only bought until 30, because that was the part when it was good, until it was good. Also, I was told. So up till that part, it was pretty good. It got pretty repetitive, because there was a lot of cooking contests, but yeah, I would recommend it. It's really nice manga. So yeah, up until that part, I really did like it. Now this is the second shelf of manga of the first bookshelf. And this is where the Food Wars ends at 30. Well, for me at least, I only have up till 30. Not planning to buy more. I think it goes up to 35 or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's that. Then we have Liar Game, which is a manga which I bought because I liked another series called Doubt, which I'll go over soon. Unfortunately, I bought this in the wrong language. You may not know, I am Dutch. And this is the, as it says here, Nederlandstalige versie, Dutch version. It is in Dutch. So, I do plan to read it because it's supposed to be pretty good. But, you know, even though I'm Dutch, I really want to read in English instead. I'm curious what it's about. I haven't read it yet. So, yeah, I'll take a look soon. Then we have my one and only Japanese manga that I have. It's called Maggie. It's supposed to be really good. I want to learn Japanese. I know, I'm a weeb. Lol XD. But I have yet to learn it. I've only learned hiragana and katakana, even though there is also katakana after the kanji. I do want to learn kanji first, so I'm going to probably pick up some books later. Yeah, it does look real nice. This is volume 1. I've up till volume 32. Got a really good deal on those. I paid, what was it, 40 euros for it, I think. I think that's a good deal. So like, not even 2 euros per volume. So yeah, I even got this book. Not sure what it is. It's a pretty thick book actually, thicker than the manga itself, which is pretty ironic. So yeah, I'm not sure what this is. I even got an art book. Let's see. Is this an art book? I have no idea. This book. A lot of text. And I've got this book, which is a postcard book. It's English. Nice. So it has postcards, because a lot of people still send posts in 2019. By the way, good year to you all. It's only one day until New Year here, so you might hear fireworks in the background. I'm sorry for that. Here is Violet Evergreen. This is volume 1. I got this for my birthday from a friend of mine. He was not trolling, thankfully. I have not read this yet. It looks like to be a school comedy, I think. I've not opened this yet, so let's take a look. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, I'm probably going to. I'm going to read it, of course, but I'm going to read the books that I have complete first. So I can't read 20 things at a time. That's just not how my brain works. So thank you, person who gave it to me, and I'm going to read it soon. Then we have a series which I'm currently reading, which I do not have complete, I believe. It's called Negima. and it's a really nice harem, ecchi comedy school. It's about this guy who's 10 years old. He graduates from magic school. Normally he would become a wizard or something like that. Instead he becomes an English teacher at a Japanese school which only has girls. Doesn't that sound amazing? I do think so. So yeah, everybody at that school is like, whoa, you are 10? Kid, you are on the wrong school, this is girls only. And he's like, oh, I'm your teacher. Let's see a page which is family friendly. There we go. It's not RX rated or anything, but it has a few almost naked scenes. So anyway, I'm reading this at the time. I'm at volume 8, yeah. And it's a really fun comedy, so I would very much recommend it. Also picked it up as a great deal. I have, let's see, 26 volumes, and I bought them for €50, so that's pretty good. So let's get on to the next shelf. Here we have Negime 4 up to 26, and then we have Non Don Biori, Access Non Don Biori, volume 1. Here's a synopsis if you want to read it. I have not read this yet. I also got it from a friend for my birthday. So yeah, this volume 1 looks to be a comedy as well, I think. Yeah, so this is volume 1, like I said, it's pretty thin. Yeah, I'm going to read this as well. Of course, I'm going to read everything, why am I even saying that? But yeah, it does look nice. Then we have Noragami, which is one of my favorite manga at this time. Also one of the first manga I read. Here's some of the art. I have read until volume 20, which is all that's out right now. I'm waiting for volume 21. It's a really nice story about this guy over here is a god which makes people's wishes come true for 5 yen. If people die, you can turn into a weapon for someone, which comes back in human form. But if you call them, they become a weapon. It's really. I've not read this in quite a long time, so it'll probably not make sense what I'm telling you right now. However, I do think you should read this. It's a really nice manga. Here you have a synopsis. It's probably better explained than I did just then. I do really like it, and do plan on picking up volume 21 as it comes out in, I believe, March 2020. Then we have the final shelf of this book cabinet. Unfortunately, I have to film from this angle because my tripod won't go low enough. This shelf holds some of my favorite mangas ever. They're probably going to be my favorites, that is, because I haven't read most of them. First we have Monster, the perfect edition, not complete. They are 2 volumes each. There are 14 volumes, so 7 books, and I have 1 till 7, so I'll need 2 more. Fun fact, if you lay these next to each other like this, they actually continue. So, for example, if I pick up volume 2 right here, and I put them together, see, it continues into the other volume, so that looks nice. I'm not sure what this is about. It's from Naoki Urasawa. Sorry if I butchered the name. And it's supposed to be a really good manga, one of the best manga, if not the best manga, according to some people. And yeah, I hope I enjoy it. Here is the art inside. It does look real nice. Here's a synopsis, if you can read that. Probably not. Sorry, this camera quality is not that great. You've probably heard about it already. If not, check it out. Then we have Oyasumi Pun Pun, or Good Night Pun Pun. I love how this character art, the spines actually form the character, which is called Pun Pun. This is also by Inyo Asano. Let's pick up volume 1 right here, if you want depression. This is the manga that you want to read. I love the cover art, it looks amazing. And yeah, this is by Inyo Asano. I have not read this yet. The art is amazing. Wow. I'm not going to read this, so if you want to read it, then do so. I'm not looking right now. Don't want any spoilers. But yeah, it's supposed to be a really nice story. One of the top rated manga, just like Monster. And yeah, it's supposed to give you a big depression, but it's a great story, like Inyo Asano usually does, then I am willing to take that. I have that complete up till volume 7. Then we have Solanin, which is also by Inio Asano. I have read this one quite recently. It's a bit like A Girl on the Shore, which you'll see shortly. It's about a girl and a boy which have a relationship, and it's a really realistic book because you know, it's all so relatable. Lots of people cried about this book. I didn't, but it's a really nice story. Here you have a synopsis, and here's the inside. It'll probably look a lot like Goodnight Pun Pun. So yeah, this is how it looks, and I think it was really nice, really good story. It's only one volume, so it's good for the wallet as well, and I would definitely recommend it. Then we have 20th Century Boys Perfect Edition. I have up till volume 5. I do not know how far it goes, probably around 10 or something like that, I'm not sure. On the cover, at first you only see a boy, and then you tilt it and you see 20th Century Boys, Naoki Urasawa. So the same creator as Monster. It's supposed to be really good. Again, I have not read this one yet. Here's a synopsis for you. Pause it if you want. And here's the inside. Again, I'm not going to read this because I want to go in blind, just like I do with all of my other manga. So yeah, I'm planning to read this soon. I'm only going to read the manga that I have complete right now. Then I'm going to probably start reading manga that I do not have complete, like this one and Monster. Then we have the Flowers of Evil. This is about a boy which has a crush on a girl, and he gets blackmailed for something bad that he did. And yeah, it's a really interesting story. I liked it. Here you have a synopsis, and there's four volumes of the complete editions, like this one. I think this is like 3 volumes in one, and I love the art. It's amazing. So yeah, I would very much recommend it. Then we have the last volume of this cabinet, which is called All You Need Is Kill. I think this is originally 2 volumes. This is an omnibus, and it's one story, one volume. So you know, it's a nice story about a guy. It's about a guy who keeps respawning. There's war and he is fighting, he's a soldier, and there's these mimics which want to destroy him. And every time he dies he respawns, and he wants to, of course, survive, so he needs to find a way to survive. That's how I would describe it without that many spoilers. It looks amazing. I really did like the story. Actually hope there was a bit more volumes, but it was a nice story. It ended well, and that is for All You Need Is Kill. Now let's go on to the second cabinet. Welcome back. This is the second cabinet, and the last cabinet, unfortunately, that I currently own. The box that you see above will do this last. There's also an otaku box. If you want a review of that, please say so down below. I'll make a video of it. The shelf is really empty because I do not have enough manga yet. So let's start from the right, which we also do in manga. Happiness. You just saw how happy I was about Flowers of Evil, and this is also from Shuzo Oshimi from Flowers of Evil, so I thought, why not pick this up? I picked this up a few days ago. I have not read it yet. It's called Happiness, Volume 1. Some say it's a Tokyo Ghoul ripoff. I hope not. I've actually heard a few good things about it, so it does look real nice in my opinion. So yeah, I do not know if I would recommend it. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard good things about it, so I hope I'll enjoy it. The second volume on the shelf, Grand Blue Dreaming, which I also picked up with Happiness. One of the best rated slice of lives, actually, at the moment. It's also a comedy, and this is volume 1, as you can see. Here's a synopsis. You can pause if you want. And here is the art. It looks really good, in my opinion. Look at that eye, so detailed. So I have yet to read this, but I think it will be pretty nice, as I'm a big fan of Slice of Life. Now we have my first, as you can see, my first light novel, Fireworks. Volume 1, The World's Strongest Rearguard. I saw this at my local manga shop and I thought it looked stunning, so I picked it up. This is the first and only volume that's out right now. I think this next month or something like that. Volume 2 is coming. I have not read this yet. Here's the art. It's a lot of letters in this one. I'm not sure why. I'm just kidding, by the way. It's a light novel, of course. I think at the start, yeah, there you go. There's some images. I've not read this yet, and yeah, I hope it's a nice story. So that's that. Then we have a heavy hitter over here. Literally heavy. It's Berserk, the deluxe edition. My arms are already dying. My god, this thing is heavy. This is 3 volumes in one by Dark Horse and oh well, Kentaro Miura, but both by Dark Horse. Let's find a page which is family friendly. I think this is pretty family friendly. I've not read this yet, but this is the #1 ranked manga on Mal, and since the fan base is so good about this, I'll probably recommend it. I got this for Christmas. Santa paid €30 for it over at Book Depository. Not sponsored, but it was packaged really well. So yeah, I do recommend that, and the art is stunning. Now, off the second shelf, we have The Promised Neverland. I saw the anime at the start of last year. It's about children at an orphanage, and you know, you see it's like a normal orphanage, but then something happens and you realize that it's not a normal orphanage. Here we have the synopsis of volume 1, probably explained better than I did. There we go. There's basically a gate from outside the orphanage which they cannot go to, and of course they are children, they are curious, and they want to see, you know, what is the problem with that? Why can we not go there? And they discover why. Season 2 is coming next year, I believe. I first only bought volume 5 because it was continuing on the end of the anime. But yeah, in the end there was a great deal that I got from for The Promised Neverland, so I picked up all of them. Oh, here's the art, by the way. It does look pretty good. Not my favorite art, but it looks rather nice. The anime adaptation is also really nice. So yeah, it's good. Then we have Tropic of the Sea. Only 1 volume, so if you want a short story, because this is real short, then this is might be something for you. It's by Satoshi Kon. Really nice cover. Here's the art style. I have read this. To be fair, maybe I didn't get it, but it's just not what I expected. I heard great things about it, and I didn't really understand the ending, so yeah, that's that. It's probably my fault, but that's what I got from it. Then we have my first ever manga from Inyo Asano, A Girl on the Shore. Now this is a mature manga, so if you're on the age of 18, because it's 18 plus, do not read this. Close your eyes, if not, pause here to see what it's about. If you won't, then I'll tell you anyway what it's about. It's about this girl and a boy and a relationship. More I won't tell you because I'll spoil it. It's a bit like Solanin, because it's pretty, you know, realistic, I suppose, and it's a good story. I like it. Same art style as well. Wow, that's a nice page to open. Oh, let's not show that. Let's see if this is okay. Yeah, it's a really mature book, and I did definitely enjoy it. Okay, now let's get over to another shonen manga, which is Black Clover. I didn't want to watch the anime before I read the manga, because I wasn't even reading up until July. But then a friend of mine showed me a video of Esther screaming the first 6 episodes, which was 1 hour long. And my god, I got turned off. Here we go. Here's the cover of Black Clover. It's a shonen about everyone having magical powers. this boy on the cover, which is called Asta, the one that was screaming, which also screams in the manga, but you won't hear it. He wants to have magical powers too, but he doesn't get them. And in the end, this is his brother, I think it's called Yuno or something like that. He wants to, he has one of the best magical powers of the country, I suppose. And he gets in a great clan, and he wants to get in a great clan too. Here is his synopsis on the back. I have volume 1 till 5, I've read all of those. It's not definitely not my favourite manga. It's pretty good, pretty enjoyable. I like the art. The art is pretty good. It's pretty nice. But yeah, it gets kind of repetitive, to be honest. I'll probably pick up more because people say that it gets better from here. But for now, I'll just wait a bit. Then we have Lone Wolf and Cub, which is considered by some the best manga ever. I have not read this, so I cannot relate. But yeah, look at the cover art. My God, it looks nice. I've actually got a great deal on these at Comic-Con. They were half off, so they were €7 each. So I thought, why not? Here's the inside. It does look real good. Wow, it does look really nice. Here's a synopsis for you. If you want, you can pause and read it. And yeah, I'm planning to read these as well, but I only have volume 1 till 7. It's also the new Lone Wolf and Cub, which I only just noticed, so I hope... Wait, is this a part 2 or something? You have the new one, Lone Wolf and Cub, and you have the normal one, and this is a sequel. Oh my God. Anyway, I'll be picking up the original as well. Here's Worlds and Harem, and I'll need to find a page which is actually allowed to show on YouTube, because this is a... it's very ecchi, let's call it that. Very ecchi, you know what I'm saying, a hentai. Anyway, this is about a guy which is sick and is cryosleep, wakes up, and all of the men in the world are dead, and he needs to repopulate the world. Here you have the synopsis. I know it does sound like a really interesting story, and let me just look for a page. Yeah, this one doesn't have nudity, so that's good. It does look pretty good. The art looks pretty good. I've only read volume 1. I picked up volume 2 at the same place as Lone Wolf and Cub, 50% off, and does have a little damage on it, I believe, somewhere. Yeah, here you go. There's a big fold over here, but for like $6, it's fine. So yeah, it's pretty enjoyable if you want to laugh. Then we have Pandora Hearts volume 1 until 11 and 13. I sold half of it because I got the Pandora box, the box set for it. It's a really interesting story, I'll show you in a second. I'm currently reading volume 4 of the Pandora box, so I'm at volume 7 right now. I really do enjoy the story. It's very interesting. If you want to see the cover right here, there you go. The spine and the synopsis. Your sin is your very being. That's what it's about, basically. He wants to find out why his sin is his very being. He wants to find out about the abyss, which is... there's an abyss, which is a dimension, which is... there's not many things known about the abyss, and he needs to find out, you know, what the abyss is about. So yeah, that's it for Pandora Hearts and for my second shelf of my second cabinet. Then we have the third shelf, which is one of my fullest shelves actually. It starts with Doubt, which I was talking about a few minutes ago with Liar Game. It's a horror about, basically they are all rabbits. Well, that's the metaphor, which starts in the beginning. There's rabbits, and one rabbit wants to kill all of the other rabbits, and the other rabbits need to find out who the killer is. That's pretty much what it's about. And it's really interesting because you... at least I didn't know until the end who it was. I suspected a lot of people, but yeah, it's a really enjoyable horror manga. I really did like it. Here you have the inside. It's pretty nice art if you ask me. It's pretty good. I like it. These are 2-in-1s. There are 2 of them, so I have this complete. I finished it, and it's really nice. Then we have Judge, which is the little brother to Doubt, which is not just about the rabbits, but it's actually about a lot of animals which get sent to a kind of courtroom, and they have all committed a sin. And they'll find out, they'll get to vote who gets to die first. That's what I've read up so far. I've only read volume 1. I have volume 2, I picked it also up for 50% off. And yeah, it's okay. Not as good as Doubt until now, but then again, I've already read 1 volume, so I hope it gets better. Then we have Blade of the Immortal, one of the highestly regarded manga to date. I have the omnibuses from volume 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. I picked the first 4 up at full price, and the last volume 6 also 50% off. I mean, the art speaks for itself. I mean, look at it, it's fucking awesome. Like, it's just so beautiful. I'll show you the inside. It's ridiculous. Okay, I have not read this yet. I'm not going to look at it. You can look, but I won't. I won't. Always go blind into my manga. Here's a synopsis. The art looks really nice. I also ordered volume 5, which is coming next month. So yeah, I'll probably read it after I finished Pandora Hearts. Then we have Tokyo Ghoul, one of the most popular series out right now. This story, I mean, do I even have to explain it? This guy is half ghoul, and yeah, you can read the rest on the back. If you do not know already, you've been sleeping under a rock, because this is really one of the most popular manga. I do believe it's better than the anime. I've only read up till volume 7, but they go a lot further into what ghouls actually are, what kinds of species they have. Wow, what a way to open the book. Amazing. The art is really, it's nice, a bit dark, but that's how the anime is, so that's good. Good story. And not one of my favorite manga, but it's good. It's better than the anime, and it's nice. I do recommend you to buy the box set. I actually got them separately, so I paid more for these 10 volumes than I would have paid for the box set, so I'm just an idiot. But I do recommend them, definitely. Then we have To Your Eternity, which is one of the newer manga that I have. It's actually still airing. I'm waiting for volume 11 now. Right now I'm up to date, up till volume 10. I'm missing 5 and 9 because they got delivered damaged. I read them first and sent them back, got my money back, but I didn't pick them up. I forgot to be honest. It does have really nice art. I mean, look at it, look at it. It's very nice. Nice story as well, very unique. It's about something which can evolve into anything, and it learns. It turns into a human, as you can see on the front. And yeah, it's a really interesting story. Here you have a synopsis, very short, but that's pretty much what it's about. I do very much recommend it. It's also from the same creators as the Silent Voice. Amazing movie. One of, in my opinion, the best anime movie I've ever seen. Then again, I've only seen that and Your Name. So I haven't seen many films, but I did enjoy this manga a lot up till now. And hearing my friend who read it online, apparently it gets way better even. So I'm looking forward to volume 11. Then we have Biomega, the only one manga that I have from Tsutomu Nihei. Sorry for mispronouncing that, which I definitely did. Here's a synopsis on the back. I read this a long time ago, so I do not really remember what it's about. So yeah, read this if you want. Here is the art. It's really nice art. There's a lot of image and not a lot of text, so I do really like that. However, the ending just didn't really... I didn't get it, to be fair. The story got me really confused, so I should probably read it again. So let's get down to the last shelf. Here is the final shelf, and also probably my favorite shelf. And as it has some of my favorite manga on it. I have Rurouni Kenshin complete in this big, and so it's 3 in 1s, so 27 volumes in total. I'm at volume 4 right now. I'm supposed to start at volume 4 because I finished 1 till 3. I love the art. It's about a samurai which he had a war, and he was involved in war. He was a samurai, and he killed lots of people, and he regrets it. So he doesn't want to be a samurai anymore. But you know, some things go wrong, and he's back to being a samurai again. It's a really nice story up till now, and I do definitely recommend it. Come on, there we go. Okay. Then we have my favorite manga up till now, which is Vagabond. I've read this big 1 till 3, so 9 volumes. I bought 4 and 5. Well, I got them for Christmas. The best art out there. Like, that's just how it is. Come on. It's like a painting on every image. It's ridiculous. It gets me so excited when I finish the book. I get to go to the next one. It's so good. My God. Yeah. Also have a few colored pages, and it's a great story. Honestly, it's been too long. I am not sure what it's about anymore, but I recommend it to you. I really recommend anyone to read this. It's amazing. So yeah. Wow, I do not recommend the story. Still recommend it. Oof. It's been too long since I read that. Let's get to the next one, which is Ibitsu, my last horror manga. I do recommend this one. It's about a girl which you find at your local garbage dump. She asks you if you want to have a sister. If you answer that question, you'll have a big problem on your hands. That's a pretty good synopsis, I think. Here's the back, the other synopsis, and yeah, here's the art. I hope this is PG. Okay, it is. Let's see something else. Oh, that's not okay. There we go. That's fine. It's really a lot of gore in it, but I did really enjoy it. Not my favorite horror manga that I own, but it was pretty good. So yeah. Then we have Itchy F, which is a story about it's a true story about Fukushima power plant. What happened over there? Like it says, it's a worker's graphic memoir of the Fukushima nuclear power plant. It's read from left to right, so it's a bit annoying, but it's okay. It has some colored pages. And yeah, it's supposed to be really interesting. I haven't read it yet. This is the one and only volume there is of it. Here's a synopsis. I've heard really good things about it. That is a must read for some. So I'm going to read it, of course. Then we are getting to the last manga that I own. We have Barakamon, which is one of the highestly rated slice of life manga on Mal. Also a comedy. It's been too long since I read this. I hope it has a synopsis. There you go. You can read the synopsis. It's been too long. I'm sorry. There you go. And this is the story on the inside. I'm going to read this again so I understand again what it's about. Yeah, it does look pretty good. I've read the first volume, but again, I forgot what it's about. I read this on the way back from my holiday, so I wasn't really focused. But I'll read it again. I have 2 volumes of this, and yeah, I'll continue reading it, of course. Then we have here we have Made in Abyss, volume 1 till 3. And this is also one of my favorite art that I've ever seen. I mean, look at this. Oh my God. This is a story about a city which has a hole in the middle, as you can probably see on the cover. And in that hole is the abyss. And this is the extra story that I meant, that if you are a child and you're not nice, you'll be sent into the abyss. That's what people say. And people want to know what's going on into the abyss. If you go further into the abyss, you'll probably die. And yeah, this story is about finding out what is in the abyss. So it's very interesting. There's a really good anime adaptation as well. And here's the synopsis. And once again the art, because it's just too good. It's so beautiful. Oh my god, so nice. I would definitely recommend this one. Even though the volumes are very thin, it's really good. I believe that there's 7 volumes out right now. But yeah, I did very much enjoy it. The Pandora box, which is my one and only box that I have. As you can see, it says a Pandora box. It has these metal handles on the side, which does look really nice. And it has 12 volumes, 12 2-in-1s from Pandora Hearts. And you have a nice cover right here, and I'll show you a volume which I'm reading right now. This is volume 4 of the 2-in-1s, and this is the art. It's really good. I've already told you what it's about. Now this concludes my manga collection video for now. I'm hoping to expand this later, and if you want a review for a specific manga that I mentioned in this video, please do let me know. And yeah, have a wonderful new year, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.